I knew I did something terribly wrong, and I was ashamed of it. I remember when I was younger, a kid, right? It's a terrible story. I hope none of y'all don't judge me for it. This video was meant for you to pretty much self-reflect and think about ways that you could be the best version of yourself. Take time and reflect on some of the wicked ways that you have, because we all got them.
I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this.
It's good. I hope everybody doing good. It's your guy Libs back with another video. I was on Facebook and I seen something that made me think about my favorite rapper, Nas. You know, he said a line back in the day. One of the lines, I forget which song, but the line was, "You are who you are when no one's watching," right? That was in one of my favorite songs, right? And I never really, I analyzed it way back in the day, right? But as an adult, like, I didn't really I just wanted to touch on it because a lot of us and a lot of people got ways, right? I'm walking my dog. She's doing a little pulling. I'm gonna have to correct this. A lot of us got ways that we don't necessarily let other people see. And I know this is a touchy topic because in order to jump in the comments, or it's like you got to be willing to expose yourself to talk about something like this. And everybody, one thing I could say for sure and for certain is everybody got something to be exposed. So this video was meant for you to pretty much self-reflect and think about ways that you could be the best version of yourself, because you are who you are when no one is watching. That's the real you, you know? I remember when I was younger, a kid, right? It's a terrible story. I hope none of y'all don't judge me for it, because God already judged me for this, right? When I was young, I seen a cat in the backyard, right? Our backyard and our neighbor's backyard wasn't separated by a fence. So it's like I could walk right in their yard, small yard in the ghetto. And I seen a cat. And I don't know why I did it, but I picked that cat up and I threw that cat over the fence with two pit bulls. And when I saw what them pit bulls did to that cat, I knew I did something terribly wrong. And I was ashamed of it. And I tried to hide, right? I tried to hide, and my neighbor saw me, right? And she told my mom, and I lied to my mom and said I didn't do it, but I did it. And that goes with this topic a little bit. Like, you are who you are when no one's watching, because when my neighbor saw me do what I did, I was ashamed. I was ashamed of doing that act. And that's how a lot of us is out here. A lot of us is doing stuff behind closed doors, and that's not who you are out in the open while everybody's watching, you see? And all I'm saying right now is I recommend that you try your best to be the best version of yourself, because that best version of yourself is good energy, and it's going to reflect around other people. Like, it's a lot of people who probably don't want to admit it, but you're running around here doing evil things. You got an evil spirit, you know, when nobody's watching, you're telling on everybody at the workplace. You see people doing things they probably shouldn't be doing at work, and then they're getting in trouble for it, and nobody knows why they're getting in trouble. It's because of you. You're telling on everybody, and you're smiling in everybody's face, making them think that it's all good and you're friends. And meanwhile, they're getting in trouble, and because you're telling on them on the low, and they have no idea you're telling on them. Like, you are who you are when no one's watching. Just like when I threw that cat over the fence. I was a disturbed little bad kid. Like, who does that? Who does that? And that's how I feel about some of the acts that goes out in the world. You should be ashamed that you going and telling on everybody on the low, right? The same way I was ashamed of the cat. Like Diddy, when Diddy had that video go viral of him beating on Cassie in the hallway, he was ashamed. He was ashamed only because the world is seeing it. You see, as long as the world's not seeing it, a lot of us are not even ashamed of these things that we're doing. And we're putting on a fake image in the world, having people thinking you're one way and you're really a whole nother way. But you are who you are when no one's watching. That's the real you. And I recommend that you try to be the best version of yourself, at least before you leave this earth. It's worth it. It's worth it to give yourself an opportunity to be better than what you really are. You got people out here, I'm not pointing no fingers and nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? This not what the video is about. It's just about being who you are when no one is watching. Like, a lot of you got friends that are calling you racial slurs when no one's watching. You know what I'm saying? Or when they're around their family, they're calling you racial slurs. They're calling you the N-word. And you didn't even think that they would ever speak on you like that. And that's what they're doing. Or you might be a homosexual and they're calling you the F-word, right? And it is what it is. But they're not doing it in public, They're doing it when no one's watching. You see? You got people like me, I ain't gonna lie, right? If no one's watching, just to take a little seriousness off of it, right? When no one's watching, I might scratch my balls. I'm a ball scratcher. Just like that. I'm a ball scratcher. I ain't gonna do it while everybody's watching. I ain't gonna pick my nose when everybody's watching. It don't have to be so serious. I don't want people to get offended, but it's a lot of evil going on in this world. And I just thought I use something as simple as picking a nose to let you know that it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are when no one's watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you left at work. You're the last person. You're closing. You're stealing money out of the register. Nobody knows you're stealing but you. You know what I'm saying? Every week, you're stealing $5, $10 from the register every day. You know what I'm saying? And for what it's worth, you're getting some kind of benefit out of it, right? You might be stealing enough out of the register and forging receipts and things like that, so much to the point where it's actually helping you out in your life. But at the end of the day, don't act like you're not a thief. You know? Don't act like you're not a thief. And don't look at another thief. Like when you see another thief get caught and exposed, you're quick to point the finger at him, right? And say all these bad things because they got caught. But you didn't. You the same way. You are who you are when no one's watching. The only thing I recommend is that you try to be the best version of yourself. Because when nobody's watching, that's the real you. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's out here doing all kind of horrific things. I would like to talk about some of the horrific things that goes on in the world. You know what I'm saying? I seen a movie years ago called I think it was called 10 to Midnight with Charles Bronson. You know what I'm saying? This guy was a corporate clean cut guy. Corporate guy, right? I'm talking about he get manicures and pedicures and he has probably 2% body fat, goes to the gym, everything healthy, he eats healthy, everything is good, right? Businessman in corporate America, big salary. But at nighttime, he hired call girls and prostitutes and he had sex with them and then he killed them. That's what he enjoyed doing. You are who you are when no one's watching. But the world looked at him as this big figure in corporate America. You know? And little did they know that he was a cold-blooded murderer. I know this is a movie, but it's some of this going on in real life, people. It's some evil going on out here in real life that needs to be understood when I say you are who you are when no one's watching. Your boy lives. I'm not no perfect person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect person. I got this dog right here, right? Let me show you my little dog, Ada, right? 4 dogs, by the way. This is Ada. It's my baby girl. She needed a walk today, so I took her on the walk, right? But let me tell you something, right? I love my dogs. Don't get me wrong. Sit. 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 You stay. Good girl. You stay. You stay. I love my dogs, right? And I take good care of my dogs. I take good care of my dogs. I feed them good, take them to the vet. I do everything that's required to show them love, right? And I love them dearly. Now, a lot of people love their pets the same. But see, with my dogs, I can't feed a dog that don't listen to me. If my dogs don't listen to what I'm saying, if nobody's watching, I might give them a little lick with the end of this leash. I might take the end of this leash and pop her if she's not listening and I can't gain control of her. But do you think I'm gonna do that in front of some of these people that's my neighbors? Oh no, these people is not having that. They love dogs more than they love their kids. And the law will be called on me. You know what I'm saying? The law will be called on me and I probably, have fines and things like that and people looking at me like a dog hitter. Yo, listen, I'm responsible for these dogs and I gotta make sure that they listening to me and that I'm in control or I'm gonna be paying a lot of lawsuits and stuff like that, right? But the truth is I would never pop my dog around some of my neighbors because I would be ashamed that they saw me doing that. And it just goes to show you that you are who you are when no one's watching. That's the real you. That's the real you. So take time and reflect on some of the wicked ways that you have, because we all got them. Don't sit there and act like you want to judge me because I told you the story about the cat or I told you the story about hitting my dog with the leash, or I told you, anything. Don't act like you're holier than thou, because everybody got some things about themselves that they're hiding from other people. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are when no one's watching. You messing with your neighbor's wife. Every time he go to work, you messing with your neighbor's wife and you're acting like everything is all good. You know what I'm saying? When you're really destroying his household. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are when no one's watching. The list could go on and on. So if you guys understand what I'm saying, you could tell me a situation in the comments, or maybe not. Maybe you might just want to reflect on it and try to work on yourself. Or if you know somebody else that's been exposed, like Diddy been exposed. A lot of people been exposed. R. Kelly's been exposed. Listen, before R. Kelly got exposed, he was like that for a long time. You are who you are when no one's watching. It's just that he got exposed. You know what I'm saying? He got exposed, and now the whole world knows, and he's ashamed of it. You know, and he's suffering for the crimes and the things that he did. But you're no better. You're no better, because you got some things that you gotten away with, that you're getting away with right now. I'm gonna tell you something, right? As an adult, right? This is crazy. I know people who have big time salaries on their job. They'll go to a store, right? And they'll buy $200-300 worth of groceries, right? Or groceries and things like that, right? So, but they'll steal a toothbrush. You got all of these things in your cart, $200-300 worth of stuff in your cart, but that toothbrush, you just feel like you can't pay for it. You know what I mean? You feel like you can't pay for it, so you're going to steal that. Something as small as $1.79, you're risking getting a theft charge for. It's just some people, it's just in them, man, and a lot of people got stuff in them. You are who you are when no one's watching. I don't want to be too long-winded with this topic, but it's just something to self-reflect on, man. We need to do some self-reflecting, and like, share, subscribe. It's your guy Libs. Let's talk about it. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.